Cowabunga, dudes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Yeah, it's Thursday. I had to double check that for a second then, because for a second I thought we were back on Wednesday and I'm living a Groundhog Day all over again. But it's cool. We're not. I'm Matthew. I'm the GM. I'm going to be telling this crazy story with these other crazy individuals who are all joining to take some Power Rangers to the planet of Aquitar. But until then, let's do some introductions, starting with the individual in the top corner.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'll be playing Peter, the White Ranger, and also Baby Dragon, because yeah, he is a person, but thing now. He has a mind.
Immediately called him a thing.
He's a person, but also a thing.
He's my personal thing. I don't know.
Baby Dragon gonna eat you.
Hi, I'm Panic, and I play Cal, the Purple Ranger. Swim speeds are not something anyone on this team has, I don't think.
I have
So
15.
I mean, the fact that you have one means that you're not attacking at disadvantage. So, like, that's great. That's what the real problem is.
Leave it to me now. Hello, I am also Michael. I'm Sarah, the Black Ranger, and we're gonna drown. Pink, I'm tired. Shut your face.
Okay, hi, yeah. And after Pink, Black, Sarah, Michael, Ranger has coffee, I am Jay. I am the Ranger formerly coloured in red and now coloured in gold, otherwise known as Q or Mercutio. So it's been
or cutie pants
period since I played this character. So he was last seen running towards his Zord, and we'll see what happened next. I've just had a message from Matt.
You were kidnapped by vampires and have been replaced by an evil.
Once again, you've been taken from the team.
This time we're just gonna kill you, though.
We're not doing that a second time. No.
Well, you've tried that before and it didn't stick, so you know.
I could have tried harder.
Could do better.
Well, as our lovely Mercutio, played by Jay, said, he was last seen running towards his Zord. And before we start properly, we're just going to do a very quick flashback to the fight with the Horrids, where everybody kind of ran off in different directions to a degree. In that Sarah went running off to fight, and Q went running off towards the Zord Bay, and Peter kind of started chasing after Sarah after she'd already been ambushed, and Cal just carried on driving the ship. Everything was fine.
I had an inkling to go in a direction, and then I spent a lot of rounds just shadowboxing a vampire.
Was Cal just sat at the front like Dad going, "Don't make me come back there"?
Sat at the back, actually. The cockpit's in the back.
It's in like the middle of the ship just to protect it from the rest of the world. But on his way to the Zord Bay, Q does come across a couple of the Horrid who are scattered across the ship, tracking the Power Rangers through, as we now know, their connection to the morphing grid. Fortunately, Q is able to dispatch them fairly quickly and continue on his way towards the Zord Bay, thanks in part to the Mooks, as we call them, members of the crew, who were also partaking in the battle across the ship. So, Q, when you get to the Zord Bay, what do you do?
Close the door behind me. No, Q will sprint across the bay to the... Now, what do we... Hang on, because I think I've referred to him as two different names in two different places. Not that one. Not that one. Oh no, I have changed it here. I ran over to the lightning-tailed dragon Zord. The lightning-tailed dragon Zord, not the lightning-tailed dragon Zord. And do the stereotypical Power Ranger leap up and into the cockpit.
When you land in the cockpit, you beautifully, of course, because all Power Rangers know how to leap that astounding distance, height, whatever it needs to be.
Into a hole,
Yep.
straight into the middle.
Landed on a seat without any issues, despite the fact that that would be incredibly uncomfortable after that leap. You do find that there is something almost drapes across the console in front of you. You've seen almost a twin of it before. Can you tell us what it is?
On kind of hooked around one of the. Sorry, I'm going to burp. There we go. Don't have fizzy drinks when you're streaming, people. Highly professional. Is a gold bangle that would go around somebody's wrist that is, to all intents and purposes, as far as Q can tell at the moment, the same bangle as he would have that he would wear during the Hungry Harbour Master Festival back on Earth.
What do you do with it?
Slightly confusedly as to why it would be in the cockpit. For the time being, just pick it up and slip it on for safekeeping.
As soon as you pick it up and slide it over your wrist, you feel the same connection you do when you morph, the same thrum of energy that you can tap into. And then you are able to activate your Zord and take it out into space. Which happens to be just about the same time as the horrid king who had been fighting Peter, Cal, and Sarah looks across at the ship through the walls with a hungry look upon his face. Tries one last time to drain the power from the three of you, succeeding to a degree, enough at least to keep itself going, and then shifts, falling through the ship, seeking something else to sate its hunger. Other horrid, the few that are still conscious, do the same, following their king, following the prey. Once they hit that cold of space with nothing beneath them to orientate themselves, to propel themselves upon, with the ship still moving, you are quickly able to outpace the few remaining horrid, their king, and able to come back together in the ship once more.
We did loop de loop.
Well, that sucked.
Q buddy, we look like we're all clear here. How are you looking your end?
Hang on, Matt, have you seen the chat? Zoom chat.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay, cool.
That means my baby boy is back.
So sorry, brain not processing things today. So I'm outside in Zord now. I'll radio back in. Looks clear from here. I suggest we move at pace.
Agreed. Yeah, rejoin with us and we'll get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Roll back into the Zord Bay from outside and punch it.
You heard him, Chewie.
Don't call me that, please. Yeah, engaging and getting out. Let's go.
Free of the debris field, you're able to travel out and continue on your way to Aquitar unimpeded. Although that last message from the horrid king perhaps rings in your ears, that reminder that he will be back at some point.
It's probably going to be when I have snag on my attacks.
The rest of oh, go on, sorry, Q.
I was going to say, once Q's back on board the ship, he'll be rounding up the downed and shuttling them to the med bay, making sure they're okay.
Everybody's able to rest, to recuperate, to gather themselves, to eat a nice, healthy breakfast as the ship travels through the night. And at about what would be 11 o'clock ship standard time, Earth time, you see Aquitar for the first time as something more than just an entry in the ship's database. A planet that is more water than Earth is. You see small bubbles from a distance that the database says are force fields. And you can detect on the sensors of the ship hundreds of Machine Empire ships surrounding the planet, blockading
Holy
it.
butts. Well,
We have the name of the White Aquitarian Ranger.
We do, but because I'm terrible, I have forgotten it.
like I can actually, my brain.
Delphine? I want to say it's
Delphine,
Delphine.
yes.
It is Delphine.
Yeah. It's like it's in my brain.
You will attempt to radio Delphine from the ship.
Delphine, Delphine, Delphine.
Delphine. Will you answer our call?
You find it difficult in order to actually reach the planet despite being able to see it, and can only guess that the Machine Empire is trying to scramble communications. But after some time, you do see a very garbled image of Delphine appear. She looks across at all of you, frowns, apparently struggling to see you just as much as you're struggling to see her, and then in a flash of recognition, just Rangers! You're close?
Yeah, there's a blanket of Machine Empire ships between us and you, though. Can you send us any kind of coordinates of where we'll find you?
Permission to land?
Also that, yeah.
Permission very much granted. We currently are traveling ourselves, just bouncing about, firefighting different incursions. There's a section of the ocean I can direct you to, towards one of our last save points. It seems to be, currently at least, unattacked. I'm not sure if your entire ship is going to be able to get through their blockades. Obviously, you'll know more about its capabilities than I do.
That's okay. We've got something on the ship for this very occasion. And, Peter suggests that we head to our exploratory craft, the Command Rover.
Well, definitely a better idea than just crashing the ship into the planet.
Let's see. We have to name the shuttle, and the ship is Tor. So Raphael.
What was that?
Someone's
We
gonna
have to
have to
name-
explain that reference to me at some point.
Someday, Panic, we'll have a sit down and we'll watch a bunch of stuff. Now that
No,
you,
not me. Cal.
Cal, that's what I meant. My brain is dumb. Calm down.
I know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Could see the fight already happening. It's like, I know who they are.
Just so insulted.
Hold on. Cal. Okay, add that in post.
Yeah. Just edit the last 3 minutes out.
And
put
just
that
go
in.
straight to Cal. It'll be smoother than anything. No one will notice.
As you head down towards where Peter is sort of calling you to, you do find this, what he's dubbed an exploratory vehicle. It's about 50 foot long. It has 6 tires that are easily the size of each of you in height. And the vehicle itself is about 20 foot tall. It's not small.
Above table,
Peter?
can I ask who has the highest driving skill?
Not me.
Probably me.
Yeah.
What are you at?
D6.
Ah, yeah, same. I'm going to assume this wouldn't class as piloting a Zord. Cool.
It is in fact not a Zord.
Oh, Cal, if you want to drive, feel free.
Yeah, I got it.
Go
Let's
easy.
go!
Is it just me, or is this the rover from Mass Effect?
I was thinking that this was a Mako all over. Yeah.
Less
That's what
cannons
was in
on the
my head.
top. More all
All right,
terrain.
but instead of the Mako, we're gonna call it the Lemon.
Raphael.
Lemon.
The Lemon.
When life gives you lemons.
Because it's also a type of shark.
As you head towards the planet, who did you leave in charge of the ship, Cal?
Did I leave in charge of piloting the ship? The Phantom Ranger.
That seems like a good choice. As you head towards the planet with the Phantom Ranger controlling, piloting the ship, you
No chance
Climb-
of handing it to anyone else.
you climb inside of the lemon, as it's now been dubbed, and I kind of hate you all.
No, its full title is Raphael the Lemon.
Okay, Raphael the lemon. That doesn't make it any
Is
better.
it like Charlemagne the God, but better?
Yeah, exactly. Better. Argue. That's an argument. But yes, Raphael the Lemon.
The layout is very much like the bridge of the ship itself. There's space for 5 of you, chairs, computer consoles, display screens, There doesn't seem to be anything resembling a steering wheel. Everything
Check it
seems
out.
to be
It's like the
touch display.
Megazord, but worse.
Is it like we could only afford one set?
Yeah, one set.
It's all the same IKEA furniture.
Yep.
Just with a different coloured light on.
This one's blue.
We don't
we
have.
look around at all of our colors. It's like, well, that one
Huh?
doesn't work.
Yeah, well, dang.
Hold on, let me see if I can access the RGBs. I'd like to make a technology roll.
I think you're probably okay to access the RGB on the screen and just dim it and
Hold on,
yeah.
hold on.
Is
I
he
got
actually
18.
making a technology roll?
No, no, not at all. My technology is bad. I'd fail, and I wouldn't be able to access the RGBs. But I'm
That's
just,
okay. I
it's
think
just
Q
like,
just said he got an 18.
Yeah, so mine's definitely gold where I'm sat.
yeah, he's got it.
The
Can you
ship
please help?
flies down towards the planet, and
Nondescript music playing in the background.
as it gets close towards the blockade, begins a series of evasive maneuvers. And at a certain point, you just feel yourself propelled out, just whistling past in space, just traveling down, hoping that nothing spots you.
This is really important. But as we hit the water, Cal yells, "Surfs up!"
As we hit the atmosphere, hold on to your butts. This is gonna suck.
You hit the atmosphere, the Explorer, the Raphael the Lemon, heats up, but not uncomfortably so.
I spit
Hits
it in an aileron.
hits the water. Kalyel surfs up, it skims it slightly, and then sinks down towards the bottom.
Deliberately sinks, or just is not doing very well and sinks?
Deliberately sinks.
It skips like a rock until it stops completely and just kind of.
Yeah, just like
It's so rapid descent.
Like Wile E. Coyote running off a cliff. He doesn't
Exactly.
go down until he realizes that he's stood in midair.
And then he shoots straight down.
Yeah, Tower of Terror style.
what you find as you are entering the atmosphere straight away is that the consoles begin to crackle to life across all 5 of the seats, even though there are only 4 of you in the ship. All of you go ahead and make me a technology check.
This is one that matters that I'm going to fail.
Peter, I'm not going to lie, we are counting on you.
What I will say before you roll
Yeah?
is that the ship does have a onboard AI, and it
Oh, so I should
can
probably
give
roll
you
again then.
a free action equal. It has a number of free actions equal to its smart score -2, which I want to say is 3. Yeah, it has 3 actions, so it can give 3 of you an upshift.
I'll
I
take
will
an
take one.
upshift.
It's not worth giving me one.
Okay.
Give it to Peter, Q, and Sarah.
Have I got anything that would be useful? I don't
You're
think so.
muted, Michael.
Sorry, what comes after D12? Is it 2D8?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks like
I
a
got
proper
a-
little dice gremlin there. Can you see him just leaning forwards
Yeah.
with a little grin on his face?
Critical 26.
Let's go. I got a 9. I got a 9, by the way. I got 2 9s, actually.
Q?
7.
Sarah?
14.
Sarah and Peter, your displays flick back to life properly. You see the planet, you see a sort of like a sensor sweep of where you're coming into land. You see small bleeps of aquatic life. Q, Cal, and the empty screen where nobody's sitting. It resolves into a communication. And what you see on the screen is strange for two reasons. It's quite possibly the weirdest robot you've ever seen, and it is almost certainly a robot. It wears a
Weirder than
crown,
Alpha.
weirder than Alpha. It wears a crown on its head that makes it look like the castle out of a chessboard set. Its skin, if you could call it skin, is mostly blue with white, grey, silver accents. It seems to have a mustache, several chins.
Why is the robot fat?
What the hell?
Has somebody enabled parental controls? Am I looking at the kids channel?
Are we
It has
supposed to be scared of that?
a scepter or a staff in one hand, and on the back of sort of on its back, you can see a large cog, as in a gear.
Like I look at this construction quality, and I turn and look at the much superior construction quality on Baby Dragon. Like, Peter built you in a basement.
A box of scraps.
Hey.
Isn't that literal? He used like scraps of the Zords, didn't he?
Mm,
To build
pretty
the
much.
baby. It's like not. It's not even like an Iron Man reference.
They're
That's just
shedded
real.
flesh.
What would we call that thing on his head? Is that a crown?
I don't know. Has he been to Burger King?
Looks like it.
I'm gonna call it a crown.
Is there a Burger King in space?
So is this like a two-way transmission? Is he hearing us talk and not say anything, or is it like an automated message? Is he just sitting there while we roast the?
As you're talking, his eyes darken, not metaphorically, but literally. They were bright red lights that darken into a more sinister burgundy color. They're not quite as illuminated as they were. His eyebrows slant downwards into an obvious frown.
Guys, they've got RGB controls as well.
Do you guys ever
That's
notice
something.
that you guys ever notice that a lot of the extraterrestrials we meet have a fashion sense that might be considered atypical to our human sensibilities?
A little bit. I mean, he also looks analog. Like I was expecting, like, some high tech. This looks like he was made in the 50s.
It looks like he's a bit of a wind-up. Is that what you're trying to say?
A little bit, yeah, exactly. Those wind up robots that boomers had. Yeah.
Do you
There's
think if you turn the crank, he goes faster?
there's a large squeal of feedback as the stereo, the sound system within the rover just catches whatever it is he's shrieking. But at such a loud volume, it just almost assaults your ears.
Ow! Hold on, sir. We have to call you back. Where's
Wait,
And you
is
just
this-
hear
is
him.
this cool?
I think your technology is incompatible. Have you
Rangers!
upgrading to Windows 7?
Oh, he knows who we are.
You have fallen into our trap.
Or
We
is
do
it
that
you
a
who
lot.
fall into our trap?
We're very used to doing that.
I mean,
It's not a trap if you know that you're going to spring it. It's a face-off.
I'm sorry, with that face, are we supposed to be scared?
Look, don't be mean just because he's ugly.
Peter, you can do better than that. Come on.
Baby Dragon just leans in. Yes, I concur, Peter. That was a bit wrong. He's smart now.
You should be mean because he's evil.
He storms off the screen, and as he does,
Got him.
you see in the background several other robots of similar designs. There's what almost appears to be an entire family. There's a taller, slimmer golden bot that has a more feminine appearance. What looks to be
Do they also look like as goofy as he does, or are these like? Is there clearly a difference in like robotic quality between these guys?
These ones still look pretty goofy. They
She got the
almost
fat.
look organic that have been turned into robots.
Does the feminine one have the fans still?
Yes.
See, at that point, you'll be now that one has fans, which is a concept that I can get behind.
Finally, an aesthetic that you can vibe
Yeah.
with.
This I can vibe with. Hi, how are you?
You see Queen Machina. You see Prince Gasket, a sword
Mechanica would have
laid
been
bare,
so much better.
a sword laid bare across his shoulder, and you see just off to his sides a similar sized and by appearance similar age, because they both look to be almost teenagers. But she's
Do they
clutching a
have
bow.
attitude?
They do have attitude.
Oh, damn.
And then all you hear from the apparent king as he screams is just General Vengex! Kill them
I
all!
mean, that one,
I'm gonna ass-
that one
yeah,
with
he
the
wasn't.
bow back there, kind of hot for a robot. I mean, I'm just saying.
You are so taken.
I
I'm
mean,
telling Kelsey.
I can look, just can't touch.
As
Might have
the
to rewrite
apparent
that
king,
policy. I think we're gonna be touching them quite viciously.
as the apparent king summons General Vengex, what you see on the screen next is almost completely black metal.
Does
The
this guy
parts
look cool?
I was just about to see, now this guy looks scary.
Like, yeah, but like it's a completely different aesthetic. Like he has like a bug thing going on versus like, weird 50s sci-fi robots. Y'all need to
Quick,
get together and like have a
excuse me,
consensus.
General Vendrix, sir. I just want to ask, how does it feel being scarier than your monarch?
Yeah.
Rangers.
You ever think you should be in charge just based
Yeah.
off aesthetic design?
I'm
Tell us a
very
story, Valtrex.
intrigued to see all of your toys.
He's right.
Baby
We do have a
Dragon
lot
leans in.
here.
I resent that.
Don't you mean resemble?
I hear you, in particular, White Ranger, have a sword I'd like to add to my collection.
I mean, you can try.
Cal
Well,
cannot
well,
make
you.
this reference, but General Grievous?
I mean, do you have a cool sword to trade? Maybe we could talk.
No, but I collect the weapons and helmets of Rangers I have defeated.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting mine then, dude.
Oh well, yeah, that's a given. Yeah, like, I mean, well, you look pretty cool, but like,
I'd
you're not worth
actually
it.
be
Like,
interested in seeing the collection. I want to know the
yeah,
body count.
yeah,
Can you give us a tour?
a bit of
The
dinner party.
I know we're enemies and all that, but cordiality.
Yeah.
the camera zooms out and you see 6 helmets arrayed across the wall.
Cal whistles appreciatively.
You've only seen them in images so far, but they are the blue, reds, black, pink, yellow, and silver Space Ranger helmets.
You see now,
Oh.
Damn, that's a whole
Benji,
force.
whatever your name is,
We keep
the
running
king
out of
and
Rangers.
business associate have made one very, very terrible mistake.
Putting on that outfit in the morning.
2 very, very terrible mistakes.
Oh, do go on, Gold. Your helmet would look fantastic next to the Silver Rangers.
That took me a long time to design. He's not having it.
Finding a new one.
Panic's already ruined my life with his helmet design. I'm never doing a helmet again.
If Panic wants another helmet, it'll be for a headless corpse. So at the end of you've made 2 very, very terrible mistakes. That's when Q will end the termination. No, terminate the communication.
Just hang up.
I
Yeah.
found the hang up button. Boop, boop.
As the ship hits the water and slowly sinks towards the bottom of the ocean, you're immersed in darkness other than the occasional fluorescent, sorry, bioluminescent, I believe would be the correct term, mushroom. Some of them are scattered far and wide, others are 20, 30 foot tall and seem to grow even bigger, as you can see in the distance. But they do appear to be the only thing providing illumination this deep down beyond the rover itself.
Hands on the floodlights.
Wasn't the OG Blue on the space team? Like Billy, wasn't he? That's a concern.
You guys think that the members of the Machine Empire can't upgrade themselves? Because if they could, why does he look like that?
I
All
mean,
shoes and no legs.
yeah, but
I mean, we are making a bit of a joke out of them, but if they've taken down a team, we might want to take this a bit more seriously.
Well, they might not have taken down the team. They might have just picked over their corpses. But it is an interesting point.
well, I mean, from our experiences and just like poking at like reports and things, like these, if they're anything like Zed and Rita, space team may very well still be alive and just locked away somewhere. They much like prefer to like keep you in a cell than actually, you know, get rid of the problem.
And that's something that is an interesting point that you make, Sarah, is
Oh, I've started driving, by the way. Just
Okay.
while they're talking, I'm gonna start moving forward.
we might need to approach these fights in a different way to how we've approached fights in the past. We're used to fighting one set of foes with one particular strategy, and that nearly didn't work when we came across those energy vampires. We might need to
True.
be more this is going to sound
Adaptable.
very Ken. Be more team. We're going to do beach. We all need to think a bit more strategically whilst we work out what their weak point is. I mean, clearly that king dude's got a temper and he's easily wound up, and that was a
His
lot
ego.
of fun.
And
But
clearly, their fashion sense isn't great.
whether they've captured or whether they've killed that many rangers,
Is
they're
that
probably a threat, and we need to
Yeah.
be ready.
I may be cavalier about the whole situation, but if they're in charge of an empire, then they must be at least a little good at waging war.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was more. I was just taking a page out of. I mean, I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Art of War is, you know, razz the shit out of your enemies.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Sun Tzu would say.
I'm sure in
Makes
one of the
sense.
translations it came out that way.
Yeah.
Hold on, I found. Yeah, it says right here, "Do them dirty in front of their squad."
Yeah. Especially if they look like an 80s techno reject.
Have we got like the computers? Are they linked to our like main ship? Am I able to do any sort of like quick research while we're here?
So I think you would share what he knows about the Machine Empire, which is that the Machine Empire is vast and and I think this is right, Matt, has a number of different ruling families within it. So it's not that there's one, it's not like they are the monarch of the entire Machine Empire,
It's
but they
different.
are
Huh.
kind of a monarch within a region of space.
Interesting.
Weird. All right.
So they're currently like the monarch of the Machine Empire, but there are other families that rule sectors of space underneath them, and whether or not they would continue to be the monarch of the Machine Empire
So what
is
he
kind
lacks
of,
in fashion sense, he makes up for in delegation.
yeah, whether or not they'd be ousted, whether, you know, political infighting or just plain outright, I'm going to take you down at the knees because I want to be king.
You're ineffective, and I would do better.
And
This is a coup d'etat, which is French for coup d'etat.
Peter, when
If
you
they got-
try to reach the ship, make me a technology check. I'm going to say, make me a technology check with 2
Ship help?
downshifts.
Can the
And
ship
do I
help?
Yeah,
still
it
get the
can
ship?
provide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can provide
Alright.
assistance.
Alright, so
Can
one
I go and
downshift.
provide assistance to somebody else with my teacherness?
Right,
Is
so
anyone else
no
doing
D12.
something?
The ship would give me 3. I lose
The
2.
ship can give you 1.
The ship can give
Oh, just
3,
one,
but
yeah.
only 1 per person.
Can I lend assistance with edge plus upshift to someone?
Damn.
I forget I rolled technology with edge.
Do you already roll with edge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt?
Would you? Sorry, 1 second. Would you roll technology with edge?
If it's to do with because of my student thing, it gives me edge in my specialty, which is grid tech. The ship contains some grid tech, so
This wouldn't be a grid tech check.
this wouldn't count. No,
What are you
Yeah.
trying to find out?
just trying to pull up information on the Machine Empire.
Yeah,
Any
this
sort
wouldn't
of
be a grid
information.
tech check then.
Cool.
But yeah, can Jay give him edge and upshift?
Jay can give him an upshift. He's already got edge.
Okay.
So with the 2 downshifts and then the thingy, I'm just rolling my normal anyway. D12.
Can I
And
spend a story point to re-roll my skill dice? Because I rolled a 1.
Skill dice or D20?
Skill dice. It's a D12, so I rolled a 1.
what's your highest beyond that?
I'd have a 14 right now.
I don't have a problem with it, but I thought you could only use a story point to re-roll your D20.
No, you can re-roll a 1.
Anything comes up
Full
with 1.
stop.
Anyone? Oh, okay. There, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. It's just that
That's
the
why I was
D20 is the
hesitating.
most effective.
20.
Because you weren't sure if it was legal.
20 full stop.
Mhm.
You try to communicate with the ship, but you're finding it impossible to actually get any signal, whether it's that the ship has traveled too far away from the planet to evade the Machine Empire. The Machine Empire's own jamming is causing problems. I like how Jay just starts.
Yeah, they're rocking out.
The
That's a
Machine
jam,
Empire
right?
are jamming.
Jamming,
Yeah.
yeah?
I mean, once we meet up with the Aquitarian Rangers, they may be able to give us some information.
Almost at that point, you have on the
Where's
screens in front of
Vegas?
all of you, you have like a message icon pop up.
Oh, my... Boodoo?
You see Delphine appear
It's
for
time
the
to
first
update
time.
your system preferences.
For the first time completely, you see her entire face. She's got her helmet tucked underneath her shoulder, sort of, and she looks across at all of you and is just Power Rangers?
Yes, representatives of Earth.
I am the ambassador of Earth. Hello, my name's Sarah.
I am the ambassador of Earth.
It's just
Not-
smart.
And together they are Wild Stallion. Ignore them.
Not that I'm turning down any assistance you can provide, but why did you come to Aquitar?
We got your distress.
Oh no. We've been tricked. Again. It happens frequently, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating. We received a distress call from, we assume you, but your confusion would indicate that
That
didn't
it was
happen.
not, in fact,
And
from
we
you.
are now here because someone wants us to be here. Probably that dude. Was he wearing a bow tie?
The short
I
version
just
was we were
realized that.
invited.
Some freak in a bow tie.
Okay. Good news. Well, as I said, we very much appreciate your assistance, and we'd
Well,
love
we're here
to.
now.
Yep. Bad news. You couldn't have picked a worse place to land.
Sounds about right.
Oh, delightful. Yep.
You're currently like almost exactly on the other end of the planet to where we are.
I thought we
Okay,
had
big
landed
brain
behind
power, you don't
enemy
know.
lines. Are you telling me we're just far away? That's way worse.
Well, technically, you are also behind enemy lines because
Okay, we can work with that.
Please excuse our friend. Go on.
yeah, we're trying to arrange for the evacuation of Aquitar. They seem to be trying to drill down on the planet. They seem to be trying to destabilize Aquitar itself.
I mean,
Well,
shouldn't
that is a method.
we be trying to stop that then?
There was 5 of us. I suppose now with you there are 9. We can definitely try, but there are a lot more of them than there are of us, and we need the
They're
water to
always-
survive. Getting
Oh boy.
our people off planet somewhere safe seem to be our top priority.
Do
Well, if
you
you
have
can somehow. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, do you have the coordinates for whatever machine they're using to do this is?
She sends you a series of coordinates. There are 6 machines scattered across the planet.
I start making a beeline for the closest one.
Yeah.
I'll program each coordinate into the ship so that we've got a visual representation.
They're
Um,
equidistant
GPS.
apart, and from the scans you've already got of the planet, they all seem to be on I now can't fault lines
Yep.
where
Yeah,
the
makes sense.
tectonic plates have already started to meet.
So does that mean that the planet is basically doomed from this point?
Well, if you can
This is-
stop them, if
All
we
right,
can
we're
stop
not, We're
them,
not full Krypton yet. All right.
Question.
That went to me too.
How many of your team do you have accounted for?
we've currently got all of our team accounted for.
Okay. Because yeah, we just had a conversation with some of those machine people, and General Valtrex showed up.
Vengeance.
Oh, okay.
Hendrix
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
Benadryl.
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah.
Jimi
Yes,
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. That was his name.
He showed us the Space Rangers helmets. Do you know what happened?
We
And
know
where
that
they
they went missing approximately 2 weeks ago. Beyond that,
was Billy still on squad?
of course,
Damn. Could have really used his help for this.
Have you heard anything about the Omegas?
the Omegas seem to be, last we heard, they were in safe haven.
Okay. Hopefully they're still there.
And out of the, did you say 6 drills? Out of the 6 drills, what's the minimum number that needs to be taken down to avoid like catastrophic damage to the planet?
6. Given enough time, one can do more damage than we can deal with. We need to take all 6 of them down or evacuate.
How many of you will it take to coordinate the remainder of the evacuation effort? Can you spare any of the team to
We can
assist?
spare the team. The civilians are evacuating okay. The problem tends to be that every time we get a ship ready to leave, the attacks increase.
Then we need to focus the Machine Empire's attention elsewhere.
Yeah.
Attacking their drills should do a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm assuming they care about cracking the planet.
Do you have an evacuation point lined up?
We are currently just trying to evacuate as many people off world as possible. Safe haven would be our best location. At least
Does it
the
have the
ocean's
water
there.
you need?
We're hoping so.
I mean,
Otherwise, we'll have to find somewhere. We've spent short periods of time on safe haven, and it's been adequate.
yeah, Earth is like 70% water.
I was about to ask, hey, what's the pH balance of the water here? Can they survive in our oceans?
Yeah.
You wish for our entire population to travel to Earth?
Of course, we don't wish that, but it's an option.
But I mean, there's a lot of room underwater. I mean,
We probably need to focus more on the drills right now rather than on.
I'm driving. I'm
I was
driving.
still just like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
touchscreen just.
When is the next evacuation shuttle due to leave?
Yeah, I'd coordinate that with us attacking the drill.
Yeah, because if we can synchronize your team attacking one of the drills, us attacking one of the drills, and with that launch, it could create enough of a distraction to get them clear safely.
She glances behind her, and whatever she's looking at is out of camera. But she looks back and says, 32 minutes?
Can we make that ETA? Like just at the rate we're going, could we make it to a drill to attack it at that time?
If you push the engines, yes. You can make the closest one.
I'll do it.
Everything you
redline that
have.
thing.
Send us everything.
That's a
you have.
great reference.
There's going to be no chance at subtlety, no chance at stealth or anything. You guys are going to be, they're going to know you're coming straight away.
Yep.
Peter?
All right.
Just above table, one would assume because we can't contact the ship, we have no access to the Zords, do we?
You can call them.
Yeah, because we could call them through the grid, but I don't think we could actually make contact with anyone on the ship through the Zords.
So what would be is you'd be able to call them as the original time, so the countdown in rounds, but not the assisted time of
No,
just
just
it gets summoned.
Cool.
All right.
Just plotting.
Okay.
Delphine, can you send us everything you have on the drills, like
Yeah.
readout, schematics,
Weak points.
anything, size, bra size, favorite shoe, anything?
She sends
Oh
a
God,
data
are
dump.
drills sapient?
That could
Let's
be.
hope not.
She sends a
It'd be
data
real
dump
awkward
to the
when I'm
ship
ripping it out of the ground.
and to the rover, and what they appear to be are, for lack of a better descriptive, they look almost crab-like.
It
Designed
seems
to
even
walk.
robots decided that evolving into crabs was the best option.
Superior life form.
It really is.
Heavily armored on the top. They cling to the surface with their with the appendages. They seem to be able to burrow into the ground, and then the drills are the legs themselves.
Using the data, Pete will instantly start going over the schematics for the drills and trying to find any weak points and speedy way in which to shut them down.
Go ahead and make me another technology check.
I'm gonna start looking over the rover. Like, does this thing have guns? Okay, it does.
Yep, it has a pair of lasers.
What's the range on them?
Normal range is 100, maximum range is 400 feet.
Right. And I can use sharpshooter in a vehicle?
You can
right?
indeed.
Okay.
And they are twin linked as well, so they each
Edge.
set of cannons, each set of lasers gets edge. So
Does Sarah have to use targeting for that?
they are targeting, but on top
Yeah.
of the fact that they are targeting, even if you don't have a targeting skill yourself, you can use the vehicle's targeting. I think the vehicle has a targeting of D6.
D6, yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a targeting lower than the D6, you can use the vehicle's targeting.
And we have 2 sets of linked lasers, so I could
Two
shoot some
sets.
and somebody else could shoot one?
Yep.
Nice. All right. I mean, yeah. I think as soon as we get within 400 feet, I'm gonna open fire because I can.
Good plan.
Yeah.
We truly want to avoid any kind of contact with the enemy, considering we are not built to take damage. Actually, it might be a good idea to get this thing within firing range and then get out of the vehicle.
Everybody form a perimeter and protect the vehicle.
Yeah.
Could Baby Dragon protective target the command rover?
I'm gonna say no.
Cool.
What if he got out of the command rover and like
Yeah,
was
that's
on
what I
top
mean,
of
innit?
it?
Yeah, I'm still gonna say no. I would say an ally as opposed to a vehicle. A vehicle is a piece of equipment, essentially.
Cool. Is anyone providing assistance or whatnot to my technology?
Q said yep.
And I'll
And then
take
the ship, the
ship as
rover,
well.
yep.
Ooh,
So,
that's
Matt,
two
isn't it? I
speedy.
give Edge an upshift. But if he's already got Edge, would that shift it to 2 upshifts? Because it does have the condition of if specialized, it gives Edge plus 2 upshifts.
If you're specialized, or
I think it's if I'm specialized. But I
I
wondered if
believe
there was
it's if you're specialized and
Yeah.
he's not specialized in it either because it's not grid tech.
Right.
Nine,
It's
11,
machine
26.
empire tech. 26.
Mhm.
The legs themselves, very much like a crab's legs, because they're used to move as well, are segmented. You should be able to take out the bits above the drill, at which point they will no longer be able to be putting the pressure on the drills to keep pushing the drills down. Attacking the drill, the crab from above is almost pointless because of the heavy armor up top. So you're going to have to attack it from the sides or underneath.
And from the roll, can I tell if the drills are linked to each other at all? So if
No.
doing something specific would take
Nope.
out
What
others.
you know is what you know.
Kushti. I'll share that information with the rest of the team. Standard stuff, guys, joints, all that goodness, and I'll ping the data over to the rest of the screens for everyone to look over.
Cal?
So because I don't have a swim speed, how would movement in water for just me during combat work? I just can't move? Movement is 0?
You can move if you need to move. If you're trying to move. Sorry, 1 second. Let my brain catch up with the rest of me. You can move normally, I want to say at half your ground speed.
Okay, cool.
If you need to move in any sort of complicated fashion, you'd need to make an athletics swimming check, or if there was like you was trying to swim upstream or something like that, you'd need to make an athletics swimming check. If somebody was if someone had a giant water cannon on you pushing you away,
And I'm guessing my super leap just doesn't work underwater full stop, because that wouldn't make sense.
I will say it normally does 90, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll say half, same as normal ground speed.
All right, cool. I'll take that. Honestly, that's
Oh,
more generous than I deserve.
I do also have a question as well in regards to swimming. So the movement for my lightning attack, would that now be my swim speed rather than my normal movement?
Yeah.
Cool.
So again, you don't
But
have
don't
a
forget,
swim
we get a
speed.
10-foot speed boost in Zeo form.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do have a swim speed.
No, you don't have a swim speed. Your ground speed is halved onto a swim speed unless you have something that specifically says you have a swim speed.
Yeah, apparently
On
I
your
have
sheet,
15,
no.
Mhm.
Your normal speed is 30 foot.
35.
Yeah, on your character sheet, it's splitting your normal speed into a ground speed and a climbing speed, I do believe.
Yeah, because my
Okay.
ground speed's 40
Yeah.
and it's giving me a climb.
That's what your half of, as I was just saying to Panic, that's what your half of your normal movement speed would be.
It's not an
Okay.
actual swim speed. Yeah.
You don't have a swimming speed. You've got nothing that would give you a swimming speed. Baby Dragon has a swim speed, I do believe.
Oh yeah, he can move 45 foot.
He actually
Just
does have
ride
an
him.
aquatic speed.
Jeez.
Sorry, the sheet was confused because it says I've got 15 foot in
Yeah.
swim and climb.
It does it
Yeah, but
automatically,
it's just,
unfortunately.
yeah, it's just. I mean, look. At least your movement types work. I'm still stuck at 8 ground speed.
Seriously.
Well, again,
My origin is still broken.
yeah, it's not accounting for it, but like we have the 10-foot boost from Zeo, so don't forget that.
Okay.
Yep.
As you drive through the ocean towards the closest of these drills, you see all manner of strange aquatic life. Most of it seems to be trying to stay away from you and away from the drill, moving far and fast. There's one particular type of what you can only presume is a fish. It's about the size of your arm, or the size of your forearm, not your entire arm, swimming in small schools that seem interested in the light that you are projecting from your floodlights, and constantly is almost surrounding it and blocking it out, making it difficult to actually provide the illumination it's supposed to be. But
Just to test it, can I turn off the floodlights?
yeah, as soon as you turn off the
Just to see if they
floodlights,
go
they
away?
swim away. Yeah, they swim away. They're crowding around some of the bioluminescent mushrooms.
All right. Everybody.
Make me an alertness perception check.
If you're
Anybody and everybody.
All right.
if you're sensitive to rapid lights, close your eyes as I just on and off the floodlights.
The ship can also make, or the rover can also make an alertness check, just FYI.
Cool. Can I hit that button?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't roll it.
Can't do anything
Oh,
about
1
that.
second.
Holy, I did really good. Critical 23.
Critical 23, fantastic.
Critical.
You should be able to
11.
roll it from now onwards. That's on me. But critical
Cool.
23 is going to be more than high enough.
The ship got an 18.
That's not bad.
Pretty good.
What you notice, what everybody notices, presuming Q got higher than a 10.
No.
Oh, what everybody but Q notices is that as the fish swim over to the bioluminescent mushrooms, they are nibbling on the mushrooms themselves. So they appear to be drawn to the light source and consuming the food. Like they're drawn to it as a food source. And they apparently were drawn to the lights for the same reason, but then confused.
Then they just couldn't eat it.
Yeah, they just
tried
couldn't
and they
eat
just
it.
couldn't
Yeah,
eat.
unfortunately not.
See, I'm just gonna rapid flick the floodlights. just getting little bursts of light while the fish are distracted.
You
And some poor fish going, ah, oh no. Ah, oh no.
start swimming, swims away, swims away. But you continue driving along the bottom of the ocean bed towards the drill, and once you get to within 400 feet, Sarah's going to pew pew. Is anybody else going to pew pew? Ordinarily, you would get.
Who has? Can we use the? Yeah, you said we could use the ship's targeting, right?
You can use the ship's targeting, and you would ordinarily get snag, but the if you
Ship
haven't got
said yes.
sharpshooter's grace, you would ordinarily get snag, but the laser cannon gets edge.
Ooh.
And I can use extra attack, right, with the vehicle?
I wouldn't think so.
I want to say no. I want to say you can only use it once. Sorry, my dog is now trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do. Climb into my lap.
Not super familiar with vehicles because we don't G.I. Joe much.
We don't G.I. Joe much. You're correct.
Yeah.
Because it has an AI, I can just tell it to keep driving towards the thing and like perform its own evasive
Uh,
maneuvers.
So here's the interesting thing. There's a difference between AI and autopilot.
Annoying. Got it.
Yes. But unless you need to make any sort of driving check, and also remember Peter does have a D6 driving as well.
Yeah, I'll take
I
over.
just, I just thought it would be better if like we could get multiple rangers out in the ocean, even if we like
Fair
are
point.
attacking its snag.
Yeah.
We're better targets for enemies because
Yeah.
this thing has its
Uh,
highest defense is 15.
Sorry, bear with me one moment. Hardpoint weapons can only be fired once per turn, no matter how many people are in the what's it or
Okay.
extra attack and stuff.
All right. Fair enough. I'm gonna aim though.
You get free action from the free action you can get.
Yeah, taking assistance from the bot.
Oh yeah. 4
Oh,
up
that's
shit.
2.
I'll work with Sarah. So I'll
All right,
fire the other
fantastic.
lady.
Same to you. You get an upshift from the bot. and
5
aiming.
up shifts. Okay, now I have to 8, 10, 12, 2d8, 3d6. Okay, so I'm not at big weight, big crazies. Should I spend a story point for specialization, or do we want to save those?
Save them. She's got so many dice, you're probably going to roll okay.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
we're currently firing from maximum feet. We'll have
Yeah,
to-
yeah, it doesn't affect me, but yeah.
Mhm.
So
well,
I
let's
get an
go.
upshift from the bot, an upshift from aiming.
Those are 2.
Size?
Nothing for size because the rover is also extended too.
Okay. 6, 8. Anything else, or is that it? I think that's it.
You can also, if you want it, if the command rover has a higher targeting than you can use its targeting.
What's
Which
its
is
targeting?
a D6 as a
D6.
base.
D6. Okay, yeah. So 6, 8, 10. So I roll a 10.
The rover has a D6 in animal handling.
So here's the weird thing is
Why'd
that
you
if you
say
if you give the rover an AI trait, it gets a willpower and smarts.
Yeah.
It gets a smarts and social score. And what
Right.
do you give the explorer rover in social?
Yeah.
in social?
Deception.
Deception.
Animal
Performance.
handling. It makes whale noises,
Streetwise.
people.
It can
Streetwise.
camouflage.
Performance. It's a
animals.
performance machine.
It makes animal
performance.
noises.
Putting a V8 in your car gives it a social score.
Yeah, an antisocial score.
You press a button as you're trying to work out all the aiming and everything, and you just hear whale noises being played through the outside speakers of the
That's interesting.
This is
Very
how it
cool.
makes animal handling checks. So
So we
just
got
to
a 27
check,
and a 21.
yeah, we got a 27 and a 21, and just to check, so I know what's happening. Cal and Peter, are you staying in the rover or are you getting out the rover?
Stay in
One
it.
of us should get out.
Okay, me and Baby
At
Dragon
least
head
one
out.
of us. Yeah.
Yeah?
There you go. I'll keep
Yeah,
driving.
I'll ride Baby Dragon out into the sea.
Okay.
If you wear Baby Dragon, do you get his swim speed?
Can't do
No, I
that
can't. I
anymore.
can't wear him anymore.
Oh, okay.
He's a man.
It is an interesting question, though, because I was thinking the same thing for a flight speed for something else. The first 2 shots from the command rover from Raphael the Lemon fly through the water. The beams of energy strike the drill, and although it doesn't seem to have done anything from such a distance, you know that the first 2 shots both hit the drill. Unfortunately, you also know that because they were so visible, it does also have the laser and spot traits on it. You're fairly certain that they do know where you are.
That is the
That was
limit, and
expected.
it's gonna
Yeah.
suck.
There was no way that yeah.
Can
no
I
way
shoot?
we're going to ninja
Do
this
you
shit,
want
was
us?
there?
Do you want us to roll initiative then?
So what you can do, you've got above a D4 in initiative driving, haven't you? You've got D6, so you can
I have
make
D6
an
as well,
initiative
yeah.
for the vehicle, and we'll say the three of you make a check within the vehicle.
Wait, so do I use my driving, not my initiative?
You can use your initiative. I've got a
Okay,
question from Q, I think. I've got two fingers
Yes.
up, so bear with me a second. Go on then.
Okay. Can I use follow me?
So the reason I'm going to say no is because at the moment we're going to do the three of you in the vehicle as one initiative check.
And we're going to add all of our initiative rolls together. And
Not
okay, yeah,
quite.
that seems fair.
Yeah, we go on a 50.
Michael, you've got your hand up.
Two things. Before the initiative gets done, where they've shot, can I shoot as well to try and draw its attention to me rather than the ship?
What's your range on your shooty?
Oh God.
If you're talking blade blaster, isn't it like 200?
Oh no, my grid relic.
Does your grid relic
I think
have
it's just a flat
higher
100 on the grid
distance?
relic.
Yeah, I
You're
believe
too
so.
far away
So
for
yeah,
that.
no, too far.
Cool. Also, secondly, I'm before initiative is rolled, I'm going to activate Defender's Oath on Pete.
I will say if you want to get closer to shoot, I will say you can, in that he spent his move and standard and free actions, etc., etc. We'll just wink, wink,
Zoom
nudge,
ahead.
nudge. You got closer and you zoomed in.
Cool.
On
That would
Baby
be
Dragon.
nice. That would be nice. Do I get any upshifts for size?
No. And in fact, because you're firing a ranged weapon, you will actually get downshifts because you don't have the aquatic trait.
Underwater combat sucks.
To be fair, I'm just trying to get its attention, and
Yeah.
I can't damage it anyway. So,
You can, I mean, you can damage it with the energy.
oh, can I? Because the size, we do the size difference rule in this one.
You don't know how big it is.
I thought it was extended to the same as
No, I
ours.
said you guys are extended to.
Cool. How many downshifts do I get?
It's 3 downshifts.
18.
25.
Don't forget to aim.
Oh, aim. At least that takes me back to a D4.
I'm sorry.
10.
10.
Yeah, focus fire on the mooks if you can.
You release a blast of energy from the cannon version of your grid relic weapon, and it soars off. It strikes, but unlike the 2 blasts of laser, you are almost certain that it didn't do anything.
It gets eaten by one of the fish that likes light.
They'll crowd
Again.
around it.
Nom, 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 nom.
Eating the
Again,
laser.
just trying to draw its attention rather than thingy. And then, yeah, Defender's Oath on Pete.
So just out of curiosity, you're trying to draw the drill's attention?
Whatever's going to be in the shooty shoot.
Anything hostile.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing the attention of any angry bees in the water.
That sounds fair. All right. So, initiative
Just to check,
from...
because I'm driving, I have to roll the initiative of the vehicle.
We need an encounter before
Or
we
can I
start.
make him? Can I make a Q do it?
We figured out the initiative thing, and we're going to do the dice rolling. We could have done it on the break, but we wanted
Would
to
you
do
like
it
to
live.
follow me, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I get a +1 for the ship following me as well?
Not for the
that's
ship.
not- Sorry.
Would it be
Baby
mean
dragon?
to make Peter roll on his own because he's 200 feet away?
Yes. Yes, it bloody would.
It'd be incredibly mean, actually. Especially considering we can cross that distance in a turn. It'd be really rude, actually.
Does
That'd be
Baby
mean.
Dragon count as a +1?
No, because it acts on Peter's turn, so it'd just be +3.
Okay.
Sad, I did not think to pee our way out of this.
Shazam!
That is a 21 for Mercutio.
Not my best.
Yeah, all of that for a 21. Yeah.
That's a 17. That's a 17 for me, the driver.
Also for me, the shooter.
18 for me.
Hey, would you say that you're the shooter?
The shooter. Shooter.
I'm sorry I failed you guys.
In what respect?
Could have peered our way out of this whole snag situation.
I mean, look.
Instead, you just petered your time away.
It would have been even worse if I'd rolled my actual die.
I like that.
Granted, listen, if you petered us out of this situation, I guarantee Matt would have done something else to screw with us and also insult you in the process.
Whoa. Hey, I
You
let
have-
him follow J, follow Q. I don't think that was fair. I thought he should be on his own, but okay.
Oh my.
You say it like you wouldn't absolutely take that opportunity to do something that's like, it's like, oh, I see you've cultivated a swim speed. Now, what are you going to do when I turn the water into molasses?
It all turns to ice.
Yeah. And everyone inside the robot, they're fine. They're still stuck because it's in the robot, but they're not. But Peter takes 9 cold damage. Tell me you wouldn't do that. Look me in my eyes.
I think the baby dragon needs to take like 20 cold damage first, then Peter takes 9
Yeah,
cold damage.
Yeah, baby dragon dies, unrepairable. Like,
Well, Q, you go first on the initiative tracker. So
I will shoot the legs again.
let's go.
Do the shooting.
do the shooting.
So it was 2 upshifts that I got, wasn't it?
Sir, 1 for aim and 1 from assistance.
None for size.
Nothing for size.
No, but I get to use the ship's targeting, so it's a
Yes.
D10.
You. So you
Yeah,
throw a D10.
I knew it wasn't a D8 that I threw last time. I was like, why did I?
Let's go.
Oh, that's better. That's a 19.
You fire at the ship. At the ship, you fire at the drill, and you can see zoomed in on the screen in front of you that it hits, but you can't see any damage. It all seems to be superficial.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can do, is there?
Not so much unless you want to leave the ship, because you'd have your move action, but
And extra attack. But
yeah.
Yeah, just we'll watch the situation as it develops.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is going to bring us to Peter.
Dun, dun.
By the way, on the map we're looking at, is there a crab?
It's 400 feet away. I actually think it may be too far away.
Is it in that direction? I'm just looking at what Peter's doing. I don't know where the crab. It's like I can't even move the command rover. That's not a thing we can do. But
That's 100 foot.
I can move it.
I mean, it's like 100 foot away from me, isn't it?
It's 200 feet away from you.
I can't.
So
never mind. My
Pete
complaint is
should
wrong.
be more like right at the other end of the map, essentially.
Right. Stop saying I'm colliding. I'm not colliding. Just put me. Never mind. Thank you. I mean, I'm gonna try and get closer to it still. I have ideas. I may as well. I'm not going to use another blast from my Wajima face. I'm rolling with snag anyway, so I'm going to try and shoot it with just my blade blaster.
Okay. What's the range on your blade blaster?
Oh God, I have no
I think
idea.
it's 40, 75, I believe.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't be able to do that this turn.
Cool. Instead, then I'm going to activate. I forget I have these things, but I will use them. Me and Baby Dragon are going to get closer. I'm riding my Baby Dragon. I will activate my Shining Leader. I will spend 1 personal power and my standard action. Flashy Goodness, and everyone gets Edge. Yeah, everyone gets Edge. And then I will also activate Train, Inspiration, and I will give it to Sarah, because that should give you enough goodness.
I'd give it to Q if I was you. It doesn't give auto aim because it's not an upshift, is it? It's an extra 1d6.
Oh no, it adds an additional d6. Yeah. It's an upshift. Yeah.
And Sarah's already rolling quite high.
Cool. I will give inspiration to Q. And then I'm gonna shout really loud. Well, I'm doing all this flashy goodness, so I'm shouting really loud anyway to try and draw whatever is going to try and attack to me. Like, hi guys, I'm over here. And yeah, set 1 pass.
Okay, that is going to bring us to Cal's turn.
All right. I'm going to use move, standard, and no free actions. So just a double move to move this thing 90 foot in the direction. Hold on. I gotta zoom in to find 90. 75, 85, 90. Okay. Oh god, why would you do that to me? We're coming. There we go. We on our way. Yeah. Can I also use my standard action to move it?
Can you get out and push?
With all 6 of my arms, yes. But yeah. If that's the furthest I can move without using, I'll use 1 free action to move it another 5 feet, leaving me 1 more to give to Sarah as a help. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
95. Yeah, and then I will end turn as well. Just getting us closer.
Okay.
Sorry, mad.
That brings us to Sarah's turn.
All right. Edge.
Macarena.
You fire off another blast of the lasers, and you strike the drill once again, and you see the first of 6. 6?
You trying to remember how many legs crabs have?
Yeah.
2. It only had 2.
That would be the most horrifying crab in existence. Can you imagine teetering around on 2 of those legs?
I'm fairly certain 6. We're going with 6, okay? 6 legs.
It depends on the crab, typically 6.
Fantastic.
Some of them have 8, but there's arguments about what genus that thing actually is.
No, 8 legs is a spider. We're going with 6. 6 legs.
There might be like some very freakishly large Aquitian seagulls that have pecked a couple of legs off. So, you know.
Again, just a crab body, like just a big circle, 2 of its tiny legs, like, no.
I mean, it sounds like there's 5 legs now. So.
Yep, the first of the 6 legs is, you see the section that Pete marked off as the target just crumbles and falls out from between the joints, sinks
Let's go!
down towards
Got
the
him.
sandy bottom, and
I like Pat Sarah's
drill
back.
section just tumbles, like leans ponderously and tumbles to the ground. You see sands and grit just knocked up into the water around it. 1 of 6
So
of 6.
We should hit more then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No, just talking to my crew. Talking to my ship's crew. Yeah.
I mean, it's not done yet.
How many of the legs do you think it can operate on? More than...
I mean, 3 is the triangle, so...
3?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
take
more than
2
one
off
person.
one side, then that should be
It'll-
enough to topple it. Because then it'll have 3 on one side, but as soon as it has to move that one on the other side, it's going to have no support and it will go down.
What if it does some stupid dumb robot stuff, like moving its legs from one side of its body to the other side of its body?
I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, what if it does some stupid robot
Stupid
bullshit?
robot stuff.
I just want everybody to know for the record that I hadn't considered any of that.
You hadn't considered dumb robot bullshit?
No.
I'm just putting this out there that my
You
logic was
been
really good and I
robot?
would have gone, yeah, that makes sense until you said dumb robot shit, it'll move its legs.
That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense. I just
think
hadn't
about, like,
considered it.
Dumb robot stuff, it's like the kind of
Crazy
stuff that if you saw in a Saturday morning cartoon show, you'd go, "Oh, come on!" So
Okay.
should we just take it down to 2 to be safe?
Yeah.
Again, it's oh.
Just a whole comedy scene of the Machine Empire forces inside, just going from side to side.
Trying to balance it out with their body weight. Like, lean!
Pete, from out of the darkness, you just see in time to try and block a blade glittering prismatic colours as it lances down towards you. Are you going to use Defender on
Yeah.
Baby Dragons? Please make the roll
I reduce
and let
it
me
by
know if you're defending with toughness or evasion.
Toughness.
And he said it loses 5.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
By the way, Matt.
Yep.
You know how it's very dark down here at the bottom of the sea?
Mm-hmm.
Would you then call this attack a blade in the dark?
I would call it a blade in the dark. A blade in the dark that does, despite the prismatic colouring of it, 2 void damage,
Of course, it does.
bypassing your armor and tearing into your, like, it's just slices across your leg.
Now that we know he hit, can you show us what you rolled? I want to see how high this was.
I actually rolled physical dice. I rolled initiative.
Oh, okay.
I
So
actually
that
rolled
was the-
a with a D12, a D10, D8, D6, D4, D2 with edge. I rolled a 31,
Nice.
Oof.
which for me is pretty.
That's legendary.
That's
Yeah.
like 8 of your rolls
Yeah.
added together, usually.
I know. That's me. It's all going downhill from now.
And one good hit.
1 good hit, 2 void damage.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a guy. Hold on, let me zoom in on that.
Is there a pineapple-shaped house anywhere nearby?
There is no pineapple-shaped house nearby. No,
Is that a Kakamura?
Good.
that
So
is
what's
General Automon, one of the Machine Empire generals.
Ottoman? Like
Automon.
Guys,
Ottoman
contact me.
Empire?
Turks? The Turks are here.
They're invading with furniture?
Automon.
Like automaton, but
I do have a question. Not
But
about
Jamaican?
the art's immaculate. And I assume that the antenna are just part of the aesthetic of this character.
They
But I do
have very insectoid appearances. They may or may not have used several of these designs for the Beetleborgs as well. If you ever watched that as a kid, the Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Oh.
Mhm.
Bad
these two
people.
specifically.
Yeah.
General Vengex is the Shadow Borg. That is the second suit that the female Beetleborg wears.
Joe. I remember her name. I don't know why, but I remember her name. Not the others, but her.
Guys, contact made. Contact made.
Well, deal with it.
I'm gonna flick on the floodlights for a second. Oh, okay. We're coming in.
I mean, it's just a bug. Step on him.
You
The
got
big
this,
bug,
Pete.
dude.
Which is huge.
Get the big shoe.
I do have another silly question, probably. Does Baby Dragon count as an ally?
For what?
For the purpose of
Leader.
his, like...
Yeah,
Oh,
Trying
cool.
leader,
I have
yeah.
edge.
Baby Dragon does. Yep.
Baby dragon, get the big boot. Step on the bug.
So we go
Baby
back
Dragon with
to
steel chair.
Q's turn.
Oh dear.
All right, Gunners. Pete and I got this. Just focus on those legs.
I'll target another leg then.
Eat this crab.
That's not gonna hit. Can I do anything about it?
Was it a 7?
It's higher than a 7.
Is it an 8?
It was higher than an 8.
Is it a 9?
Yes.
We're just going to go through all the numbers until we get there, okay?
Get a D6.
Nah, no.
Got edge, remember?
I knew what I was doing. Good bits happen at 3.
Yeah,
We
it's
need one.
I got a 1 on my D10. I'm just wondering if it's worth.
Have you rolled your
No,
bonus
I don't
D6
think
yet?
it is.
Did
Oh
you
no,
roll
wait!
with-
Because I've got because I should roll it with edge, shouldn't I?
Mhm.
From
Yeah, you should roll with edge.
I've got the
and
D6
an
as
additional
well.
D6.
Yeah,
So
we're
wait.
within base range. Yeah.
But
edge.
wait, there's more.
But
There's
wait,
that.
there's more.
That's better.
Billy
so
Mays
that's
would have made a great Power Ranger.
16, and then if I roll the D6 for the inspiration, that's a 19. So if I spend a story point, it's going to be more than a 19.
I think the 19 hits, correct?
I think 19.
Oh,
No,
doesn't.
no. So I'm going to spend a story.
20 hits.
Yeah.
I'm going
Thank
to spend
you.
the story
We
point.
love you, Matt.
Oh, that's much better, and so. Oh my, these are cumbersome numbers. 25, 24, 27.
27 definitely hits. You strike.
Better than a 9.
It's definitely better than 9 as well. You strike the second of its 6 legs and scorch through several inches of armor with this blast. Now
Someone
comfortable
tell
with
the
what you're shooting
kitchen
at.
that we're having crab for tea.
Hoorah.
I do
That was
not
very
want crab
British. I got
flavored
that very
tea.
wrong. Stoke me a clipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
I too do not want crab flavored tea. That sounds awful.
You know what? We'll make a concession. You drink the tea, I'll eat the crab.
No,
Deal.
tea means dinner. It's a colloquialism for
I know.
dinner. So yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Look, you can have the tea, I'll eat the crab.
You can have the crabs. I'll have the tea.
And it is now Peter's turn.
Yay. I'm going to ask another silly question, Matt. You know we can
Another
use
one.
the Zeo crystal infusion on weapons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use it on Baby Dragon's drill
No.
barrel weapon?
Can I use it on baby? No.
I had some fun ideas with that.
No, because Baby Dragon is not a Power
Not a
Ranger.
Power
Baby Dragon is not morphed. Baby Dragon does not have a morpher.
He does not have a Zeo crystal.
I was going to put my Zeo crystal in him, but
Let me list the reasons why.
Like $200.
no, that's fine.
I mean, we have spare power coins. We can make him a ranger.
I was waiting for that. As soon as I said Baby Dragon is not a Power Ranger, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so which one of these is going to say it? Okay. And of course, it would be you.
I mean, it is a very big thing to do. I want to make everyone Power Rangers. Right. Best bet is I'm going to use Pete's standard action to infuse his Zeo crystal into my grid relic weapons.
Okay.
So I use my standard action and 2 personal power for that.
2?
Yeah,
it's
for
expensive. Yeah.
the Zeo
Okay.
charge. I think it is anyway. Yeah, 2. But there's
Dang,
no
that's
point-
expensive.
Yeah, it gives me an extra damage though. Not that it's very useful at the moment. And then Baby Dragon is going to try and drill this bitch.
Phrasing.
23?
23.
Miss.
Probably.
23 misses.
Of course it does. God damn it, baby dragon. Please hit something. I'm in danger. Does baby dragon have extra attack? He does not. Yeah, step one end.
Okay.
Everyone
Which
takes a
would
drink.
bring us to Cal.
Yes, I'm going to. I already measured this out. I'm going to move 45 feet and then spend one free action to get in contact with this Ottoman, and I'm going to use the ram attack.
Hell yeah.
Please do.
Using...
You're driving, or it's your choice.
Oh, sick! I would love to use my driving for this.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's
this
no
is
way
light
to
as
put
that.
that on the sheet. So,
do I have anything for this? Do I get any upshifts for this, or am I just rolling flat?
you probably will actually get downshift based on size. In fact, you would almost definitely get downshift based on size because you're extended too, and he is huge. He is large.
Lord.
So what am I rolling? 1 downshift, 2 downshift?
2 downshifts.
Well,
Do you want
sorry,
to take the last assist? Or do you want me to take
no,
it?
it's not. It's honestly not even worth it.
Okay.
Keep hitting the crowd.
You still have edge, though, don't forget.
We'll see if it helps. 16.
16. You ram into him. It hits him, but as it hits him, he just digs his feet into the sand beneath him and just braces for the impact and takes it. He doesn't appear to have been injured.
Yeah, that's everything. Sarah, shoot this crab.
All right. Shooting a crab.
Go for it, Sarah. Oh, hello D8 Dungeon and your raid party of 5. We are playing some Renegade
There
Game
is.
Studios E20
Oh my
Power
God.
Rangers, where the Rangers are currently on the planet of Aquitar, fighting the Machine Empire, and yeah, saving the day. So,
A crab.
fighting a giant crab and a giant bug thing. So, hello.
I cannot do anything about that. I missed. Because I rolled double 3s.
Oof. You do fire again at the section of the crab leg that you have identified as the weakness of it, and it does strike, but unfortunately not with enough force. It glances off some part of its design and just is reflected off into the distance. But that does bring us to the lovely General Automon, who is currently still engaged in combat with our lovely White Ranger. And let's have a look and see, because he is going to continue fighting. Probably not particularly well, but let's...
I just see me peek round, so I'm in contact with you still. I moved him out of the way for the ship, otherwise we would have been on top of each other.
I rolled a grand total of 16 for my attack, and that is with a D12.
No.
That's better.
So yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah, that's about normal for me, unfortunately. But yeah, he slices out, but unfortunately does miss as he attacks, which does bring it back up to the top of initiative for Q.
I am torn between ejecting from the rover,
Horn.
Automon, or shooting the crab legs still.
They got the drill. I'm okay for now.
Trust him, Peter. Just keep taking down this crab.
That's where I have the problem.
Hey.
The edge, was that just for 1 round?
Till the end of this round.
Okay, so edge again, D10.
Yeah, I forgot to inspire, so you don't have to D8 this round.
D8.
Hey,
You rolled D6 last time.
I should have been a D8. Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, hang on. It wouldn't have made any difference. I was better off with the D6. That's a really bad roll. That's not going to hit. That's a 7 and an 8.
I like how it started off really well, and now that people have joined in to watch, it's just like this isn't going to go quite as
look,
well, unfortunately.
Underwater
than
combat
9.
is bad.
Is it 15? Yeah, sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
On the plus side, the cannons on the rover do have the amphibious trait, so they can fire without any penalty.
Yeah.
A silver lining.
Yeah. But that is going to bring us back to Peter as the second of the shots, one after the other. Sarah and Q hit the same section of the crab's leg and are just glanced off into the distance.
I still feel that I want to get out and kill things.
Excellente. Sorry, just another clarification for me. Can I inspire Baby Dragon?
Yep.
Excellent. I'm going to use my inspiration to inspire Baby Dragon. I'm going to attack with Baby Dragon because he still has the edgy goodness, and now I get to roll with 2d8. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 19, 27.
27 is going to hit for how much damage for me?
Only 1, unfortunately.
Only 1 point of damage. That's fine. You strike the general, who tries to turn aside your blow with his sword, but is unable to turn it completely. It grates down and catches a section of his shoulder armor, drilling into it and cracking it open.
And then Pete is going to give it a go as well. I roll this with snag, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do I get any upshifts for size?
Nope.
Cool. So it's just my standard D8. But I have specialization, so that's always nice. It's a shame my inspiration doesn't work. Like my goodies don't work for me.
You're a shining leader. You're an inspiration to others.
I inspire myself.
How self-centered.
Oh, that's not terrible though. It's not gonna hit anyway. It's a 20.
It is not going to hit, unfortunately. No. You strike, but he is able to bring his sword back up and turn your blow aside, unlike the dragons.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna try again. No, that's definitely not gonna hit. I got a 7.
He just steps out of the way. No, it's not a critical 7. It is a miss. He steps out of the way and just looks at you with utter contempt on his robotic face, which is going to bring us back to Cal.
I don't have to fight underwater, dude.
I mean, they're robotic in salt water. This is...
All right,
They're going to need
fellas.
a deep cleaning afterwards.
Q, Sarah. Question time. Should I A, start ramming the legs of the crab? Because it would actually be easier for me to do that than it would be for me to keep trying to ram this guy. Or should I put the command rover in park for you guys to just keep shooting the legs and go out there and try to crush his head with my hands?
If you're gonna, I think option 2, but get us off of him first.
Yeah, I turn on the hazard lights. Beep beep. I'm gonna fire up.
Reverse.
This vehicle is reversing.
Yeah. I then put the command rover in park for now. All right, be seeing ya. And then I will super leap off the top of the command rover to get myself next to Automaton or whatever his
Okay.
name is. Give me a sec. Let me just move my token from where it is off map. I'm here now.
Fantastic.
If you've got it.
All righty then. Let me check my upshifts. 1, 2. Do I have 3, or do I spend points for 3?
The rover can fire the laser on its own, right?
It would be able to
Because-
fire a laser.
Yeah. So yeah, Q, if you want to roll out there.
Just give me.
You want to go help
That's just
them?
damage.
I'll be on crab duty.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a story point for emotional mastery in the anger category,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
and I'm going to because we're in water, I'm just gonna be 5 feet above him for a height upshift.
Yep.
So that puts me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And I do roll with snag, right? Or is it downshifts for under?
Snag.
Or is it both? All right, cool. But Peter, did the edge end after your turn, or does it go to the
No,
end of the round?
it runs out at the end of this turn.
So
everyone.
this round of combat. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm rolling flat, correct?
Mm-hmm. It'll balance it out. Yep.
Fantastic. Here come all these dice. Please let me roll a big scary crit. That'd be nice. Okay. 1, 2. The highest I got. No, it wasn't. 27. Critical 27.
Okay. And what type of damage is that?
So I'm electric, but it's set. I think it's electric. Let me check to see if my signature attack changes my damage type. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure I only took the ones that. Does it have a different damage at base?
You choose the damage type at base.
You choose the damage type. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have just chosen. Because when I morph, all my damage becomes electric because of the. So
Electric is
just...
an alt effect, so it can be electric. It doesn't have to be electric.
Oh, okay. In that case, what are my damage types again?
Oof.
There's obviously bludgeoning, not slashing and piercing, and then
there's sharp, blunt,
sonic, sharp,
blunt. Hold on. Psychic.
You know what?
Psychic damage. My signature attacks do psychic damage.
Hey, Millie's does.
Yeah.
Let's
see. I think I'm almost there.
Right, so you've got sharp, blunt. You've got, for the elements, you've got acid, cold, electric, electromagnetic, fire, laser, sonic. You've got psychic, poison.
Because it's a machine with electromagnetic, give him the 3 upshifts.
No, I just want to know what electromagnetic does, because if it sounds cool, I would have just made it that in the first place.
Electromagnetic effects ignore computerized bonuses to evasion and gain free upshifts against computers, computerized vehicles, characters with computerized equipment and robots, but 3 downshifts against all others.
Everything else?
Yep.
Then yeah, no, I'm gonna stick tried and true electric damage.
Okay.
I like it the most.
Any other attacks then?
Yes, I have an extra.
Roll those dice.
By the way, that did do. Am I at 6 or 8 damage on a crit? Real fast. Let me just check that. Because how many of the enhanced strike? First to 8th, and okay, so 2. So yes, that's 6 damage on a crit. Here comes the extra. Ooh, lordy lordy.
Can I get much higher?
That is only a 20. It is critical, but it is only a 20.
You strike at General Automon, and the first hit, he shuffles back a step. The second, he doesn't even do that. But then he looks across at you, and his, what we would call a mouth at the very least, stretches down into a grin and just, yes, the General Vengex said you like your electric attacks. He did prepare us for it.
I'm gonna spend a PowerPoint to attack 2 more times. If you're taking less damage, then I just gotta hit you more frequently. Ooh, baby. 22?
Is that 22 and
I mean, it's critical, but just that's a 22 to hit. If it hits. Then one more for the road. 29. Also critical.
his eyes flash with light, but other than that, he doesn't seem to be damaged in the slightest.
Wow, so it's not even... Okay, so it's not even... What's it called? Resistance. It's just immunity.
Which will bring us to Sarah.
Yeah. So many lasers.
I keep shooting that crab.
$32. You fire and you hit
Not
like,
critical.
yeah, just it crosses the distance between, and the second of the drill's legs just tumble out beneath it, and it tilts ever so slightly, but the drills in each of the 4 remaining legs just drill down harder to keep it afloat.
All right. And the other one is already fired this round, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Which will then bring us to the lovely Automon, who is going to, let's just see, it's probably going to go awful. It's a 14. It's not even a critical 14. I don't know why I bother rolling dice. He flashes out with his sword, but Pete just knocks it aside, which will turn us back to Q at the top of the round.
Did you want to know something fun?
No.
I've technically not actually morphed yet.
I just assumed we came down morphed, so
Yeah,
I
no,
the PowerPoint.
I definitely did that too.
Yeah.
Thing is, it really, we need to get better at this with me, because it really matters with me, because I have multiple forms.
You've got 2
that
forms.
change stuff.
Yeah.
So Q will stand up from his seat and say to Sarah, kneecap the crap out of this crab, and then head for the disembarkation hatch, shouting, let there be thunder, lightning, tail, dragon, electromagnetic ninja power.
What a mouthful.
I know.
Right?
And it crackles up into his golden armor. I don't know how electromagnetic variant would manifest, but I hope it works.
Your visor color changes, and that's it.
7 new horns. I have 7 faces around the outside of my helmet. pauldrons with 2 faces each.
You are just a face. One
Just all
giant
faces.
face.
Just like the face of Bo.
Yeah, that's exactly where I went. Yep.
Yeah.
Now the face of Q.
I don't think I have a token on the map. Can I drag a token on the map?
Your token is up top.
Boom.
Or
there.
no, that's my token. Wait, yeah. I thought yours was up there
Don't
too.
exist.
Yeah. There is no Q. There is only Zool.
Ow. There we go. I still have a red helmet though.
As someone has forgotten to update the tokens.
It's fine, we can sort it. Then I will ninja leap a distance. I can't see because I'm too far away. Excellent. I can ninja leap to right next to him.
Is Ninja Leap like super jump?
Yep.
Nice.
Although it gives me the additional perk that if he tries to hit me, he takes a downshift.
Nice.
So I get an edge on all speed skills. +1 damage if it attack hits. That was a free action to jump.
Morph.
Yeah, I've morphed, so I can't attack. Is that right? Or is it a free action
Yep.
to morph?
Standard to morph.
Standard to morph. Yep.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-beep-ba-da. Yeah. Any adjacent ally. So I need to be stood next to someone. Who's most? I'll stand next to Cal. That makes sense. I can't use extra attack if I've not used attack the first time. I think that's it from me then.
Now 3 dudes here.
Okay. That'll be Peter's turn then, as soon as the trainer's finished driving past.
Chugga, 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 chugga. Choo choo.
It's gone. Right. I will once again fire off my inspiration as a free action. Bonus action, whatever it's called in this free action, that's the one. So Baby Dragon can do goodness. Doesn't have edge anymore. I can only use Shining Leader once per scene, which makes me sad. $25?
25?
He takes a nice tail to the face.
He gets hit once again in the shoulder. This time the drill bears down even further and the cracks start to spread.
And then, what else can Peter do? What else can Peter do? So many things, nothing that'll help. Right. Peter is just going to go for another attacky goodness with his grid relicy slashy goodness. 4, 2. Rolling with snag. Oh, that's what I like to see. So I'm rolling with snag. I rolled 19 on both d20s. So that
Love
is
to hear it.
a 24.
And are we to assume that Pete's doing electric damage because Pete didn't say otherwise?
No, he's using his grid relic, using his energy weapon.
Ah.
I'm not doing lightning dash. I'm just doing my normal attack. So that'll be 2 damage.
On a 24?
Yes.
Okay. You strike and he does take more damage, this time across the shoulder once again. But he's still standing.
I'm gonna do it again.
You can try.
You.
Okay, that's not as good. I got a 10.
He blocks
Very
your
nice.
blades and takes it down towards the ocean's floor, trapping it beneath his.
Yeah, that was with my other hand. And yeah, that's about all I can do right now. End my turn.
Okay, bear with me just a moment.
Annoying.
Okay, that is Cowstone.
What are the rules surrounding improvised weapons? Basically, if I pick up a rock, do I still deal lightning damage?
Realistically, no. What you would do is you'd find like a rock and you would treat it like a rock.
Yeah.
You just turn off electric.
Yeah.
No, it's different for me.
Mm.
Because if I declared part of purple is a signature attack, like the unique strike, and because I just never in the moment just now where I declared it like it was electric, that can't change.
Yeah.
You can pick up a rock and hit him with a rock. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking. Because I'm gonna do that.
You also you have your blade blaster still. You want me to use that?
What am I, a loser? Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
I guess that means I lose one of the downshifts.
Hit him with a rock or something, I guess.
All right. How high can that possibly get? 21? 21 to hit? Is it critical? It is critical if it hits. And I am rolling with snag now. I do know that.
I'm really sorry. I need to end this very suddenly. I do apologize. But
Okay.
unfortunately, my dog apparently is now walking properly. I need to go and check on him.
Oh no.
Hopefully he's just fallen asleep. But yeah, I'm going to love you all and leave you all. And I'm really sorry for running off. But power protect everybody. And bye.
Bye.
Bye.